Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news in what could be one of the most surprising and impactful moves of the NFL season so far. Rumors are swirling that the Kansas City Chiefs are exploring a blockbuster trade involving none other than Chris Jones, the interior disruptor who has been a cornerstone of their defense for years. And the Giants, well, they might be the team that benefits the most from this potential deal. It's a move that could reshape the NFC East landscape and significantly boost New York's chances of making a deep playoff run. Now, let's dive into the details and see why this is such a game-changer for the Giants and what it could mean for the upcoming postseason. First, a quick look at the current state of the Chiefs. KC is sitting at a disappointing 6-7 record, and their defense, which has traditionally been a strength, has been allowing around 4 points per game. That's not terrible, but it's not enough to truly elevate them in a tough AFC. With the team in transition, sources suggest the Chiefs are looking to clear cap space, especially on the offensive line, which is currently costing them a hefty $30 million, making strategic moves make sense. They're also trying to get younger and more flexible, and moving Chris Jones, who is widely regarded as one of the best defensive tackles in the league, fits into that plan. Now, why would the Giants be interested? Well, for starters, Chris Jones is a game wrecker. At 31 years old, he's still playing at an elite level, and his stats back it up. He's got 11 solo tackles, 11 assists, and an impressive 22 combined pressures so far this season. He's also amassed 4 sacks and has a PFF grade of 86.5, which ranks him among the top 10 defensive tackles in the league. His ability to penetrate the offensive line, collapse the pocket, and disrupt plays is exactly what the Giants need, especially on a defense that's been vulnerable against the run and pass. Adding Jones to a front that already features Kayvon Thibodeaux, who's been showing flashes of dominance, could be a real nightmare for opposing offensive lines. The trade makes even more sense when you consider the Giants' cap situation. They're looking to free up around $4.7 million to bolster their interior pressure and strengthen their overall run defense. Jones, with his $1 million cap hit, fits into this plan perfectly. The Giants could offset some of the cap hit with draft picks, which are highly valuable right now, especially as New York continues to rebuild and reload for a Super Bowl push. The Giants are also trying to compensate for some injury setbacks. Thibodeaux has been a bright spot, but the team needs consistent pressure on the quarterback to elevate their defense to elite status. From a performance perspective, Jones is a difference maker. His 8-0 sacks this season and 21 total sacks in his career demonstrate an ability to impact games consistently. His penetration rate, with an 78% win rate in one-on-one matchups, is comparable to some of the league's best, even like Aaron Donald in terms of interior penetration. His presence on the field elevates the entire front seven, allowing other players to capitalize on the opportunities he creates. When you add his plus 28 stops, ranking 5th among interior linemen, and his career grade of 88+, it's clear that Jones is not just a flash in the pan. He's a proven force, and bringing him to the Giants could be the missing piece that pushes them over the edge. Now, let's talk about how this impacts the Giants' outlook. Adding a top-tier interior pass rusher like Jones would significantly boost their sack totals. Projections suggest that pairing him with Kayvon Thibodeaux could produce around 10 more sacks combined, which would be a massive boost for the pass rush. More pressure on opposing quarterbacks means less time to throw, fewer completions, and a better chance for the Giants' secondary to make plays. Moreover, Jones's presence could reduce opposing teams' yards per carry by around 15%, giving the Giants a much more formidable run defense. This is crucial because, historically, the Giants have struggled against the run, especially against powerful offensive lines. Looking at the bigger picture, this trade could also influence the Giants' playoff chances. Currently, the Super Bowl odds for New York are around plus 30, which is long but not impossible. If they manage to add Jones, who has been a proven playoff performer, that number could drop significantly, possibly to plus 20 or even better, depending on how the team gels after the move. Jones's presence gives the Giants a new X factor, especially in interior disruption, which is vital in the postseason. His ability to win against double teams and collapse the pocket could be the difference in tight playoff games. And what about the Chiefs? Well, it's clear they're in a bit of a reevaluation phase. Moving on from Jones might be a way to free up cap space for the future, especially as they look to rebuild the offensive line and find younger players. While some Chiefs fans may be cursing the decision, the team's management is clearly aiming for long-term sustainability. For the Giants, acquiring a player like Jones isn't just about immediate impact. It's about setting the foundation for a deep playoff run, possibly even a Super Bowl appearance. His addition could elevate the entire defense, giving the Giants a real shot at contending in a competitive NFC. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. The Giants would need to make the trade work with draft picks or other assets, and there's always risk involved in bringing in a veteran player mid-season. But the upside is undeniable. A player of Jones's caliber can transform a defense overnight, and for a Giants team that's been knocking on the door for a Super Bowl since their last victory in 2011, this could be the type of bold move that pushes them over the top. As for the division, if the Giants pull this off, they'll be sending a clear message that they're serious about competing now. It could also force their NFC East rivals to reevaluate their own strategies, knowing that New York is all in on winning right now. The NFC East has always been a tough division, filled with strong defenses and dynamic quarterbacks, but adding a player like Jones could tilt the scales in favor of the Giants for seasons to come. It's the kind of move that shifts the division's power dynamics, and that's what makes it so exciting for fans who have been waiting for their team to make a statement. In conclusion, this potential trade is more than just a headline. It's a statement of intent from the Giants' front office. Bringing Chris Jones into the fold would not only elevate their defense to new heights, but also send a message to the rest of the league that New York is serious about contending, not just for a playoff spot, but for a Super Bowl. It's a risky move, no doubt, but in today's NFL, bold moves often define champions. For the Giants faithful, the hope is that this is the start of something special, a new chapter where their team finally finds the balance of talent, grit, and determination to chase that elusive Lombardi trophy once again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade involving Chris Jones? Do you think it's the right move for the Giants? Would you be willing to part with draft capital to bring in a player who could be the difference maker in the postseason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants organization. I'll be back very soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest news and analysis on everything regarding your New York Giants. Let's keep the passion alive and continue dreaming of another Super Bowl victory.